Hi, my name is Claire and this is Stitch Up. So thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of Friday Sews. Now, as you all know by now, Friday Sews is just a great way of bringing the sewing community together. It was created by the lovely Jen today in Jen's sewing room. So thank you, Jen, for creating the hashtag. And it's just a way that we can talk to you all about what we've been up to in the world of sewing, things we might be doing, and a little bit of life thrown in. So if that interests you, please stick around with me today. So thank you so much to anybody that is new here today, and thank you so much to all of my regular watchers and subscribers. I really do appreciate it. If you do like today's video, please do give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you would consider doing so. So today I'm going to talk to you all about what I've been up to in terms of sewing and some other things that are related to sewing that I wanted to talk to you about, and my plans for the next week ahead. So I'll get cracking on what I've been making. So I've been doing two different things this week really. One of them is a gift and the other one was working on my heather blazer. Now I have done quite a lot of my heather blazer so far. I haven't quite finished it yet. The lining's in. I need to do the bottom, attach it all at the bottom and the seam on that. I need to do a little bit more work on making sure that the arms, the lining doesn't poke out of the arms, etc. So do the work on that says in the pattern, and then I need to bag it all out and obviously give it a good press, and then decide whether I want to do the top stitching that is optional around the collar, etc. Oh, and decide whether I'm going to put a button on or not. It's just got one closure on the pattern, and I've seen versions with or without, so I'm yet to decide. I have got a couple of buttons that I could potentially use, but I'm just going to wait and see whether I like it without, and then go from there. The fabric, and this is just a little offcut that I've been using, is this corduroy fabric. I don't know how well that's coming up on camera in terms of colour, but it's a sort of a dark maroony kind of colour. It's got kind of a rusty tones within it, if you like, the shade, but it is kind of a burgundy kind of colour. So, and that's been really lovely to work with. The only thing I would say with cord is you get lots of little fibres come off, don't you, which go all over your carpet. So my carpet now needs a really good clean. I've done a little bit of a clean up, but I definitely need to once I've finished, give the carpet a really good clean. So the other thing that I have been making this week is a gift for my niece, and she turns 18 this week. I can't believe it. I can't believe my niece is 18. It seems like 2 minutes ago that I was going to visit my sister in hospital on the day that she was born. So, you know, of course I will be giving her some money and things, because, you know, an 18-year-old wants to buy what they want to buy, but she does have a bit of a thing for tote bags. So what does an auntie make when she can sew? Yes, of course she's going to make a tote bag. So last week you might remember that I mentioned the fact that I'd contacted my lovely friends Adele and Crystal, who are, Adele is Sofa Serenity and Crystal is my social thread on our little WhatsApp group that we've got, saying, does any of you have an offcut of cord fabric? And the lovely Adele came to my rescue and popped it in the post for me, and so I have sewn that up now along with a little cosmetics bag. So it's just a really simple tote bag that I've made here. I've just done some sort of a contrast lining in this sort of swirly fabric that I happen to have in my stash, and I've popped a little sort of a patch slip pocket in there as well. I don't know how well that's going to all show up, so I'll try and pop some photos in as well. And I've just popped a little label on there as well. I always think it's quite handy to have a little pocket inside for your keys or whatever. And then I've also, because I had a bit of extra fabric left after doing that, I've made a little cosmetics bag. You all know I like to knock these up as a little extra gift for people, and inside I've just done some sort of animal print cotton fabric, and because I didn't have quite enough fabric to cut the pattern pieces out on the fold, I cut them out individually and then sewed them together, obviously with adding a seam allowance, and then I've just done some top stitching down there, so I actually think that now looks quite like a feature rather than just something that's haphazard. I think it looks actually quite nice. It might be something that I do in the future on other ones as well, so that's rather nice. So yeah, that's just an additional make to give to my niece, probably along with some, you know, some chocolates and things, so hopefully she'll like that. And I've just used some webbing strap that I picked up from Minerva, so that one has come together really nicely. And it's always nice, I think, particularly if you're working on a little bit more of a longer project or a complicated make, to do something that's really nice and simple, that doesn't require huge amounts of thinking. I don't use a pattern or anything for this, I just do it myself, and so it's really simple and easy to make. So yeah, I quite like making a tote bag every now and again. So that's my makes for this week, and I'm really hoping that by next Friday Sews my heather blazer will be done, and that my lovely collaborators, which is Adele and Crystal, will have finished theirs too, and we'll all be ready to show. So hopefully we'll all be ready for next Friday, and we will show our makes on our Friday Sews next week. So what else have I got to tell you about? There is a new challenge that is being run in the month of October that is being hosted by the lovely Becky from Notes from a Sewing Room and the lovely Karen from So Little Time, and they are running a challenge, and I'm just going to refer to my notebook so I get it right. It's hashtag SewCycle22, and the Sew Upcycle 22. I'll pop it across the screen. And the idea is that you make a garment for yourself, or somebody else, could be your child or your partner or family member, whoever. It just needs to be a garment for a human rather than a pet, and you make that out of something that is sort of pre-loved, if you like. So it could be a bed sheet, it could be some curtains, it could be a tablecloth, it could be an item that you've made previously that you're just not reaching for, that actually you can upcycle into something else. It could be a ready-to-wear item that you've got that you're not wearing. It could be something that you pick up from a charity shop, but something that can be refashioned, if you like, upcycled to make it into something that you love. Now they are doing a whole sort of blogger tour, if you like, so there's loads and loads of us who are all taking part in that, myself included, and we will all be putting videos out in the month of October. My video is right towards the end of October, on the 29th of October, but the idea is that you upload your makes by the end of October, and you pop in a picture of your before, what your item was before you upcycled it, and what it looks like now, tagging in obviously Karen and Becky, and then I believe there are a number of amazing prizes that you could be in line for, so definitely worth having a think about whether you want to take part in that. And thank you to Becky and Karen for all their hard work so far in organising that, and all the amazing sponsors that have come forward to sponsor the challenge. I love taking part in these challenges that come up. There are lots obviously that happen during the month, so it's not possible to take part in all of them, but it's just a great way of sort of really immersing yourself in the sewing community and just sort of taking part in something. And I'm sure we've all got something in our wardrobe or our drawers or our laundry cupboard or wherever these items might be that could be refashioned into something that would be more usable on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, I just thought I would mention that and let you know that that's something that I'm going to be taking part in. So do let me know if you're going to be taking part in it as well. Right, what else have I got to tell you about? I will be going to the knitting and stitching show in a couple of weeks time. It's probably not even a couple of weeks time now, is it? A week or so's time. Next Friday, in fact. And I will be meeting up with the lovely Adele and Crystal. I think Yvette from Blossom Sandwich, I know, is going on the Friday. So if you are going on the Friday, do let me know. If you happen to see me, do say hello. It'd be really, really lovely. I'm really hoping to bump into some other people that are in the sewing community as well. So yeah, I've never been to one of the shows before, so really looking forward to that. My budget has been slightly cut, shall we say, because my car needed some work this week unexpectedly, and so some of my fabric budget has had to go into paying for my car repairs, which I'm a bit sad about. But yeah, I need my car, or we need our car, so yeah, that had to happen, unfortunately. But still really looking forward to having a look round, and I'm sure there'll be a few cheeky purchases. Anyway, it's my birthday on the 12th of October, so I'm hoping that my family might gift me a little bit of money for my birthday a little bit early, and therefore I might still be able to buy a few things along the way. So really looking forward to that. I also want to say a really big thank you to the lovely Sheila, who bought me a coffee on my Ko-fi account. I really appreciate when people do that. You know, it's just a lovely added bonus to all of this, and it's just great, obviously, people that are appreciating the channel. I know it's not in everybody's that everybody will want to do that, or they're not in a position to do so, but thank you to Sheila. I really, really appreciate it. And I've said in the past when people have done that, it really does make me do a little happy jig when that happens. I can't believe people would spend their hard-earned money on buying me a coffee, so thank you. If you do want to support my channel further in that way, then there is links in the description box below to my Ko-fi account. But by no means are you obliged to do that. Just by liking the video, that really supports my channel. If you are able to drop me a comment, that also notifies to YouTube that people are really interacting with my channel, and that really helps my channel to grow as well. So thank you to everybody, and everybody that obviously subscribes as well. That is absolutely fantastic. So moving on to my plans for the next week. So definitely to finish off my heather blazer. I'm really hoping that's going to come together okay, and I also need to start thinking about my plans for October. I know that I'm going to be doing another collaboration in the month of October. That hasn't properly been sorted as yet, so I won't go into details about that, but that's definitely one of my plans. And I definitely need to do my parka coat for my husband, which I've gone on about so many times on my channel, so I won't go into that in any detail right now. But yeah, definitely some plans that I need to put together for October. And I also need to do a video of my makes over the last month, but not just in September. I never actually got around to recording a makes for August, so I think I'll probably do an August and September makes video at some point soon as well. So I think that's everything from me today. Again, a bit of a whistle top tour even. Apologies again for the background. Again, I'm recording on Friday in my lunch break, so hopefully this evening I will manage, after work I'll manage to get this all edited and up for you, but it probably will be later on this evening. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really love it if you would consider doing so. I hope you have a brilliant week. Do let me know what you're making. I love talking to you all in the comments. Let me know what I should be doing. Oh, I've thought of one more thing that I haven't shown you. I bought some fabric and it's this SpiderMan fabric. It's a cotton, 100% cotton fabric that I've bought to make something for my youngest son, who is absolutely Spider-Man crazy. he's Spider-Man mad, and all he wants to, he's got like a couple of Spider-Man, well, he's got one Spider-Man t-shirt, he's got some Spider-Man trainers, and he's got a Spider-Man bag that he takes to preschool. But anything sort of red and blue he wants to wear all the time, so we're having to constantly wash and so that he can wear them. So I've bought this fabric, not really knowing what to make of it. I'm thinking maybe a shirt or maybe just some pajama bottoms or something. So if anybody's got any ideas of kids patterns that are nice and simple, preferably, that I can make something out of cotton for him for in that would be great. The other thing that I would really love to people to give me some advice on is where I can buy some jersey Spider-Man fabric from that is at a reasonable cost, because licensed fabric is often really expensive and I don't want to pay an absolute fortune, because he's 3 and he grows like a weed and grows out of everything really quickly, so I don't want to spend huge amounts of money on fabric that I know in a few months time he's not going to fit into. So if anyone has seen on their travels in terms of online shopping, etc., or in their local shops who also have an online presence, has seen any Spider-Man fabric, or they've got any Spider-Man fabric in their stash that they're willing to destash, that's jersey fabric, please do let me know, and that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. So I'm going to shut up waffling now and I will say goodbye to you all. I hope you have a brilliant week. I hope you fit in some sewing, but until next time, take care. Happy sewing. Bye bye.